Well, good evening, this is Hound Dog Steve wishing you a very pleasant evening, and here from the Daily Mail is the most unbelievable story. I mean, it leaves you speechless that these people at the WHO can actually come out saying something like this after all of the crap that we have been through. Stop locking down to control CV. Britain's WHO Envoy pleads with world leaders to stop using lockdowns as their primary means of tackling the virus because it's doubling global poverty. No kidding. I mean, how can you even say this with a straight face, for crying out loud? Britain's envoy to the World Health Organization has pleaded with governments to refrain from locking down every time CV infections rise, as he slammed the ghastly global catastrophe caused by crashing the world economy. Dr. David Nabarro blasted the use of lockdowns as a primary means of controlling the virus and said that they are only justified to buy you time to reorganize, regroup, rebalance your resources and protect your health workers. And I might remind all of you that this was supposed to be a 2-week lockdown. 2 weeks to flatten a curve that never really occurred. Unbelievable. Speaking to Andrew Neil for The Spectator magazine, the WHO scientist bemoaned the collapse of the tourism industry and claimed there would be a doubling in the levels of world poverty and child malnutrition by next year, as he warned that lockdowns make poor people an awful lot poorer. I want to say it again. We in the World Health Organization do not advocate lockdowns as a primary means of controlling this virus, Dr. Nabarro said. Well, you could have told us all that a long time ago, buddy. The only time we believe a lockdown is justified is to buy you time to reorganize, regroup, rebalance your resources, protect your health workers who are exhausted, but by and large, we'd rather not do it. Just look at what's happened to the tourism industry, for example, in the Caribbean or the Pacific, because people aren't taking their holidays. Look what's happened to smallholder farmers all over the world because their markets have got dented. Look what's happening to poverty levels. It seems we may well have a doubling of world poverty by next year. We may well have at least a doubling of child malnutrition because children are not getting meals at school and their parents in poor families are not able to afford it. Oh yes, but stay safe and stay strong. Oh, and care for all of these people. Well, we forgot about all the other people, didn't we? We damn well forgot about all the other people, and the politicians and their advisors need to be absolutely ashamed of themselves. And now to come out with this. This is a terrible, ghastly global catastrophe, actually, and so we really do appeal to all world leaders. Stop using lockdown as your primary control method. Develop better systems for doing it. And of course, the better system for doing it is literally just hand washing. Masks do not work. The CDC has come out there. They did a study from 1948 to 2018 reviewing all the studies and said that masks do not provide any protection. But Florence Nightingale, oh yes, dear Florence Nightingale, a nurse way back in the 1800s, discovered that simply washing your hands was a primary method of virus and bacteria cross-infection. And she saved, I think the survival rate went up by something like 75 or 80%. Don't hold me to that, but it was massive. It was massive just by this one thing of washing your hands when you go to the washroom, washing your hands when you when you go to a bar, say, and touch the bar, wash your hands afterwards, because hundreds of people have touched that barroom surface. But more than that, you cannot protect yourself. You cannot protect yourself from all of the viruses and bacteria on this planet. Work together and learn from each other, but remember, lockdowns just have one consequence that you must never ever belittle, and that is making poor people an awful lot poorer. Well, Mr. Nabarro, I think you've forgotten about all of the overdoses, the suicides, the women who have been beaten, the children who have been abused, the jobs that have been lost, the businesses that have been forced into bankruptcy. It's not just making poor people an awful lot poorer. You've made an awful lot of people who were independent and earning a living, you've thrown those people into that section, the very thing that you are supposed to protect people from. And what you have done is absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Now get this as a final ending, right? You've got to go right down to the bottom of the article, and it says Dr. Nabarro, an Imperial College scientist, you know, where that nitwit Neil Ferguson came from, you know, the guy that did all the wrong predictions, had previously told CNN that governments could respond to CV outbreaks with city, regional or national lockdowns. Ha! Fancy that. You see, that's a 180-degree turnaround, and now that they see that the damage that has been done by the lockdown, oh yes, out they come. Well, maybe we shouldn't have done that. Well, we need to be compensated. We need to be compensated for the damage that you have done to us, and this is going to be extracted from the governments through lawsuits, class action suits, and there are going to be thousands of them leveled against every advisor, every government official, and every politician. And god damn it, they damn well deserve it. The mess that they have created is absolutely staggering. So there's my little rant, and if you've enjoyed this article, please like, comment and subscribe below. And in the meantime, this is Howlock Steve signing off, wishing you a very pleasant evening. Take care now. Bye.